Hi there, I'm Lauren and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Sweet Smiling Soul, where I talk about all things sewing. Today is the final part of the 4-part series where we put together this little doll and adventure book. If you haven't watched part 1, 2 and 3, you can check it out in the doll and adventure book playlist here on YouTube. So I'll link all that above and in the description below. For this series, we've been following along with my PDF sewing pattern for the doll and adventure book. And this is an expansion on the doll and dollhouse storybook. So we've got a little house and now we've got an adventure. So if you're looking for the pattern, it's in the description below. You can check it out and you can visit part 1 of this series and start sewing along with me. So we've made all the sections, section 1, 2 and 3, and now we're going to sew it all together so that it can turn into this book shape. Let's start the final stage of this project and sew it all together so that we can start playing. To sew it all together, we gather all our sections and we have 2 30cm pieces of ribbon or cord to tie it all together. So we'll start by tucking the ladder away into the pocket, and we're going to take the treehouse and picnic and the tent and sunny hills section, and we're going to face those together, right sides facing. We want to line it up and we want to clip the top 3 edges in place. So I'm just going to place a few clips along the edge. So I've just pinned the sides here. But for this section, we want to add the ties. So we take the 2 pieces of ribbon and we place one of them inside and poke it through the top end so that it pokes out a little bit. So you want to place it in the center fold, and then once you're happy with the position, pin it in place or clip it in place, and then we can take this to the sewing machine. So just make sure you've got everything lined up and the ladder is tucked away. That's the main thing, because you don't want to sew the ladder to any part of the project. So you can see here I've got the ribbon inside and it's in the center. We'll sew along the top 3 edges and we'll leave the bottom edge open for turning right side out, and then we'll attach the next ribbon. So I'm coming up to the ribbon now, so I'm just going to take the pin out and I'm going to sew over it. And then I'll go back. So I'm just reinforcing it a few times just to make sure that it won't come undone. So now that we've sewn around the top 3 edges, we're going to trim the corners just to reduce the bulk. Now I did come around the corner on one edge. I think I might need to undo that actually, but I'll just see how it turns. Normally I leave the whole edge open, but I came in a little bit around the corner there. I thought it might help me with turning it right side out. So from here we take the corner and we carefully bring it through the hole and take the other corner, bring that through as well. We start to shape the book. So we poke into the corners. You might want to use a point turner, or if you have like a crochet hook or something, it'll help you sharpen the corners. I just realized I was going to add sunbeams to this sun, but I forgot. But I still think it looks okay, so I think I'm just gonna leave it. I'm not gonna worry. I might add sunbeams to the one that's on the beach because I still haven't done that one. It's also cute without it. It's just an optional detail. This was the bottom corner that I did actually sew around. I'm just poking that through. I think it's going to be okay. Now we have to add the second ribbon. So I'm going to take this to the iron and I'm going to just press it down a bit. I am going to place a cloth over the top because I don't want to damage the felt. So I'll do that, and then while I'm there I'll start to tuck the bottom edge in and I'll press that down as well, and then I'll add the final ribbon before stitching along the bottom. So I've just got a cloth here that I'll put over the top and iron. So I place it like that. The main thing is that I want like the edges to be fully pushed out. So just use your fingers before you press to make sure that everything is pushed out to the edge and we're not chewing up any of the book. And then put your protective cloth on it and then just iron it. Try not to add too much heat to it because we don't want to damage it. It's really just the edges that we need to focus on. So from here, I'm just going to tuck the ladder away again because it does get in the way. So now I'm going to just take a centimetre of fabric from the bottom on the top layer, and I'm just going to fold it in. We'll just tuck in that raw edge, tuck in the sides, and then come around and start tucking in the bottom edge as well. If you have interfacing on the back of your fabric, it does make it a little bit easier to kind of fold and press and create that line that you'll use it as a guide. So I'm just finger pressing at the moment, but I will go over it with the iron once I'm happy with the shape of everything. We don't want to be shrinking the book, you know, by chewing up too much at the bottom. Once you're happy with everything, just take the iron and press it down. So I've got my second piece of ribbon and I'm going to put it here in the center. Just try to line it up with the top ribbon. So I'll take a clip for now and put that there. So when we sew, we want to just take our time with it and we want to sew as close as we can to the bottom edge. So we've got the ribbon in there, and now we're going to stitch along the edge here really close, making sure that we're closing up that opening, and we're also going to remember to reinforce the stitch where the ribbon is. This might be a section where you need a hump jumper just to help you get over the bulky corners, or a bit of cardboard wrapped up, whatever you've got on hand, just to place under the presser foot so that you can sew over the hump. I'm going to start like a centimetre down and then I'll reverse stitch, and then I might need my hump jumper to get me over the edge. So, and then reverse to the end, and then I'm lifting the foot, placing my hump jumper behind, and then coming forward again. So I'm going to keep sewing so that everything's nice and neat. Here I'm going to reverse stitch over the ribbon. So forward and then reverse. So that finishes the top layer, and it's up to you, but you can singe the ends of the ribbon if you're worried they're going to fray. Then we might just fold this and like get that crease happening again because it's kind of disappeared after pressing it. So this is the front cover. We've got the tent at the front, and we've got the sunny hills at the back, and you can get your protective cloth and press this down again. I think I might just do that to make sure that it's in the shape of the book. So that's all ready to go. We're going to put that aside for now, and now we're going to take our swing and hammock piece and the beach. So I mentioned I was going to add sunbeams, but I think I might leave it so that it matches the sun on the picnic. So I'll place them right sides together, and we don't have to worry about adding ribbon to this section. We just want to make sure that everything's aligned and everything's the same kind of size. So from here we pin or clip the sides and we leave the bottom edge open, and we're going to sew along the top 3 edges along here, and we're going to leave this open. And I think I might do the same as I did for the last one. I'm going to come in a little bit. In the instructions I've only gone straight down, but if you're watching this and you want to do what I'm going to do today, you can come in from the corners a little bit, and it just might help you get that seam right when it comes to tucking everything in and closing the opening at the end. So you might want to come in and then come in about 2 centimeters or so from the edge. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll start at this bottom edge here and go around, and then all along the top, the side, and then come in, and then I'll turn it right side out. So again, I'm going to trim the corners and make sure I've reduced the bulk. So now we're going to turn it right side out. We're going to do the same as we did for the other piece. So we take one corner, bring it through, and then we take the other corner, bring it through. Now we're going to poke into the corners. So I do have corners at the bottom here because I came around the corner when I was sewing it just then. So I'll take my point turner, just poke into those corners. You might want to start with your finger first and then use a tool. So I've got a bit of shadow on this at the moment. It's quite warm today in Melbourne, and I just want to try and keep this room cool, so I've had to shut the curtain a little bit. Not that it's going to do much because of the lace, but anyway, it's better than nothing. So I'm just going to place the protective cloth on top, press it down. I'm going to just do that on both sides. So I've pressed it with the cloth, and now I'm going to tuck in the 1 centimetre seam allowance, and then I'll clip it all into place. It's a bit tricky with this one, with the beach layer, because it is mostly felt at the bottom. It's a little bit tricky to stay down, so you might need to like clip it as you tuck it. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I've got that all clipped and ready to go. So now I'm going to stitch it down, and again I'll start about 1 centimetre down from the corner just to get it going, and I'll use my hump jumper if I need it. So we've finished sewing that section together. Just going to trim my threads, and then I'll take it to the iron and give it one more press, and I'll fold it into that book shape that we want, just to make sure it sits nicely inside the cover. So I've pressed that in place. Now we take the front cover and we open it up, and we take the second section and we place it in the middle with the beach facing up, and then from here we tie it together like so, and we close it up, and we have the adventure book. We've got the front cover, we open it, then we've got the picnic and the hammock, we've got the beach, we've got the swing, and we've got the treehouse. Then on the back we've got the sunny hills, and there is the finished adventure book. I really love this version. Let's test it out. So we've got the little tent that opens up the doors, we've got the picnic. I've got some ready-made additional features here. So if you want to expand on this project, you can look at the additional features and start working on some of those. And so for the picnic, I've made a little sandwich, and that can go inside the picnic basket. And we've got a little book. She could have a little read in the park. We have a cushion as well. She could have a little nap on the rug. Then we have the hammock. So we check that she can fit inside. She can read her book from the hammock. And from here, we turn the page and we have the beach. So for the beach, I sit her in the boat, and inside this little bag, I've also got a map, so she can have a look at the map while she's traveling at sea. Then she can arrive at the beach, she can roll out her beach towel, and she can have a little rest on the beach. She's got her book here, she's got her map here. There's also a spare change of clothes, so another little dress and a little beach bag or suitcase kind of thing, which can store all those little features as well. On the next page, we've got the swing, so we can sit her on the swing, put her arms behind the swing ropes, and over here she can climb up the ladder, pop into the treehouse and hang out there for the afternoon. And finally we have the sunny hills, and she'll have her map taking her to her campsite where she can roll out her sleeping bag. So this is a little sleeping bag that I made to go with it. We can pop her inside the sleeping bag. We can take the pillow and the little book. I've got a bag of things here, and she is on an adventure. So that completes the doll and adventure book. Let me know what you think of this. I really love the retro theme of this book that I've got going on with the retro florals. I love how they kind of all go together, but it's also a great project just to use whatever scraps you've got on hand. You don't have to have a certain theme. I mean, you can if you like, but you can really just, use what you have, use felt, make it easy on yourself. I really enjoyed putting this together and adding all these little extra features. It's like the part that I love the most, adding the embroidery and, paying attention to the tiny details. It's the part that really lights me up, and I'm really happy with how that one's turned out. So you'll find all the instructions and the pattern pieces for these additional features in the adventure book pattern. So check it out and see what you come up with. It's in the document that's called Sewing It All Together. So you'll see how to put the book together, but then also the extras that you can make. There's photo tutorials in there, just like there was for the adventures. So you've got that, and then you've also got these videos to help you put together the adventure book. One last thing that makes this adventure book special, and it's the same as with the dollhouse, you can open it up and expand the play scene. So you can spread it out and she can kind of hop from scene to scene. You can flip it around, and that's just another way you can play with it. So hopefully this brings the child in your life a lot of joy and keeps them busy, quietly busy. I'm sure whoever you make it for will really appreciate it. So that's how that works. And once the child is finished playing with it, you can wrap it up like a book, tie the ribbons together and use it that way as well. All finished. So let me know what you think of this version of the adventure book. I think this is my new favorite. I've made this 3 times now, and each time I can get creative with the fabrics and the details, the embroidery features, and yeah, I've really loved this one. I loved putting this together. Let me know if you're in the middle of this project. Let me know how it's going. I'd love to know your thoughts, so feel free to comment in these videos and on the playlist as well. If you do decide to make this, I would love to see your creation. So this is the part that lights me up the most. When people purchase this pattern and they share their finished project, it just lights me up inside. So if you have been making this and you're finished, I would love to see a photo or a video. You can email it to me, hello@sweetsmilingsoul.com. You could even upload it in your review. If you decide to review the product on my website, you can add a photo or a video as well. I would love to see what you've come up with. This project is completely customizable. You can simplify it, you can really make it your own. So for me, I've chosen a retro floral theme here, but you could make it with any kind of theme. You could use any kinds of fabrics that you've got in your stash. You can make it as creative as you like. You can add more fabric pieces if you like. You can really use it as a complete scrap busting project, or you could simplify it and just use felt for most of the pieces. This one was a little bit quicker for me to put together compared to the dollhouse. So for the dollhouse, I normally use fabric scraps, so I only use like a little bit of felt in some areas, like for the plants and things, sometimes for the table and chairs. Most of the time I'm using my fabric scraps, so it does take a little bit longer when you're using scraps because you're folding in the seams and you're trying to make things a little bit neater. But for the adventure book, I used a lot more felt for this project, and it really did speed up the process. For the features like the tent and the rug and the hammock and the boat, as well as like the treehouse and the swing, I used little bits of fabric. And then for like the plants, the greenery, the nature, all that, I used felt. You can use whatever materials you have on hand and yeah, make this a really meaningful, personalized gift for a child in your life or for yourself. So thanks so much for following along with this series. Let me know if you have made this. Let me know what you think of this finished project. If you liked this video, if you liked this series of the doll and adventure book, like it, share it with a crafty friend. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you have any questions, if you're looking for the pattern, it's all in the description below, so you can follow the link to that there. If you're new around here, subscribe if you like all things sewing. That's what this channel's about. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time.